Hi class, I'm so excited to introduce myself and I'm so excited to get to know you guys this semester as well. My name's Savannah Chapman. I am born and raised here in San Antonio, Texas. I'm 22 years old and this is currently my first semester here at UTSA and I'm totally loving it. My major is in communications and then my minor is in sociology, but is definitely subject to change. As of now, my plan after graduation is to head into sales with my dad's company, SwipeWave, where I will be selling credit card processing as well as setting appointments with new clients. And once I feel accomplished in my work life and just the goals I've set in my work life, I will eventually start looking for homes in Destin, Florida for sale because it's always been my dream to move to the ocean because it just brings me so much peace in a world that's so chaotic. There's so much stuff that I am passionate about in this life, but working with kids, especially those with special needs, and just encouraging their growth and development in a supportive way is something I am extremely passionate about. I think that the most important years of a child's life happen during this time of just youth, and I just love being able to help guide them through those years because it really determines who these kids will be one day. I nanny a 6-year-old boy with autism, and a few months ago he began showing signs of separation anxiety, and he struggled to get used to being away from his parents throughout the day because they're both full-time employees. His parents leave every morning pretty early, and it would make him super angry, and this just would set the tone for the rest of the day. And our days became extremely difficult as a result, and I could just see that it was stressful for both him and his parents, who just wanted to make sure he was happy and comfortable. So I quickly realized there was an issue and that I needed to do something to make these days for both him and I just better. And I figured out that he was just reacting to his parents leaving with anxiety because he didn't feel that he was in control because there was no routine, there was no consistency. So I came up with little ways here and there to reduce his anxiety, and I added a consistent routine with him where he did things like deep breathing and music time or quiet time when he was feeling super anxious. I also found ways I could incorporate him with helping me so that he could feel some sort of control with things like assigned chores so he could pick up after himself, or he could do the dishes, or whatever he felt that he wanted to help with that day I would assign to him. I also found that the key to this routine was really just sharing it with his parents so that it didn't change when his parents were there or I was there. It was something consistent, and we all worked together to create this safe space for him. And after a while, I began to see a noticeable change, and it made me and my heart just so happy. And he was able to adapt to our days together, and his routine was never interrupted no matter who he was with. His anxiety decreased. He looked forward to our days together now. And all this to say that this experience has just really made me feel like a hero. And at the end of the day, I'm able to wake up, and every day I'm making a living off of genuinely feeling like I'm bettering people's lives because I get to take the stress and anxiety away from the parents so that they can provide for their child, and the little boy I watch can enjoy his life without experiencing all this stress and anxiety. I have truly learned the definition of empathy and kindness and just understanding, and working with a child with autism has definitely changed me for the better, and every day I'm forever thankful for it and just the opportunity I get to be in his life. And I hope that every day I could just continue to make it even better for him. So my top 3 goals for communication growth in this class, I would say, would be number 1, improving my communication skills so I can clearly express my ideas both professionally and in a personal setting. I plan to work in sales, so it's super important to communicate in the most effective way possible. Something about sales is people don't often give you the time of the day. So what you say has to be meaningful while they're still paying attention. And then number 2, I would say strengthening my writing skills, specifically my ability to compose emails that are easy for my coworkers to understand with 0 errors or even future clients. And then number 3 for me is definitely big. Definitely developing, my listening skills. I can tend to zone out during conversations, and sometimes this keeps me from hearing what people are actually saying, and my responses may